Hi everyone, I'm LinearC, or you can just call me Linear, and today I will be playing Clock Tower 3. Clock Tower 3 is the third installment in the Clock Tower series. It was produced by Capcom, the only one that Capcom produced. So if you've never played any of the other Clock Towers, or if you have never played this one, then no worries, because it is a standalone game and requires no knowledge of the other installments. I first played this game many years ago when it came out, and then I decided recently to learn to speedrun it, because why not? It had some really interesting elements to it. We have magical girl transformations, interesting boss fights, lots of running, and lots of RNG that can make the run interesting, to say the least. We're going to be playing normal 80% and skipping basically all the cutscenes for the necessary items to beat the game. So that is why I have my amazing couch with me here to introduce to y'all. So if you would like to introduce yourself so we can go ahead and get started, that would be awesome.
Of course. Hi, my name is Sweet Peeps, and I am here to support you in any and every way I can.
All right, awesome. So we're going to start the run when I hit new. So we're going to count down from 3, 2, 1. Let's start.
So just in case you didn't catch it, either on the schedule or, the introduction here, this is Clock Tower 3. And unfortunately, we are going to be skipping this very, very interesting cutscene. Before I talk about the cutscene, what I want to mention is, first up, the panic meter. The panic meter on the top left of the screen. Nothing's really happening with it right now because, thankfully there's no scares or jumpies or anything like that. But the panic meter, this is fundamentally Alyssa, and this is Alyssa. This is fundamentally Alyssa's health bar. While the panic meter is within the bar, that is, Alyssa hasn't been frightened enough, she can take a couple of hits. However, once she reaches the panic state, the screen's going to shake, she's going to start stumbling, she's going to start screaming, go, ah! It is a one-hit kill. So it's very important for Linear to manage Alyssa's panic meter, which is why over the run, she'll be picking up multiples of an item called lavender water as a way to combat that enemy RNG and those scary jump scares. Excuse me. Got that backwards. Something else that can help are sigil stones, which we will talk about a little bit later, which will take single hits for Alyssa before breaking. And now Linear has picked up the other thing I want to talk about briefly, holy water. They're attached to the panic meter where the little number 3 and the little blue vial thing is holy water. And as you can see, she just splashed the door with it, which is one of the things that you can do with holy water. So there are these sigils on these doors that kind of block the way. And as Linear progresses through the game, she'll get more charges of this holy water, which she can use to break these sigils, to attack enemies and run around them, that sort of thing. So why is Alyssa here? Well, Alyssa was at boarding school, as, you are wont to do as a teenager. So she got a letter from her mom warning her, please stay away. Please do not come home. Otherwise, something, just stay at school for your 15th birthday. Her mom doesn't explain why. And in typical teenage fashion, Alyssa doesn't listen. Otherwise, this game would be very short. So let me first explain. I have gotten way behind here. Let me explain what's happening right here. This is our first spirit encounter. This is a mandatory encounter. What you do with these spirit encounters is you find items that they need so that they can, rest in the afterlife. Usually you can skip the spirits and who drop items, but this one and one other are mandatory for the run. This is kind of the tutorial spirit encounter here. And there now the spirit has been calmed, it's gone to heaven or wherever, and it's dropped a sigil stone. Sigil stones protect you from a final blow. It's automatically equipped. In this any % run, Linear gets 2 sigil stones, and there are plenty more in the game, but she only picks up 2. All right, back to the cutscene that I didn't explain soon enough. So the initial cutscene, she's at boarding school.
I have something really important to tell you. Before she goes to boarding school, what happened was we got to $50,000.
Let's go.
Oh my God. Let's go, y'all.
Let's go.
The remix. Okay, let's wind it back. Let's rewind it back. $50,000 raised for the National Women's Law Center. Oh my goodness, thank you everyone so much. Shout out women, shout out femme, shout out more women. We love it. Thank you so much for your support and your generosity. Let's go!
Vamos!
Let's go!
Vamos!
That's awesome.
Yeah, let's go. All right. So I will, God is my witness, I will finish explaining this cutscene. So Alyssa goes to look for her mom at their house. But there's this weird guy. He's what was this dude's name? The Dark Gentleman. The Dark Gentleman is this weirdo guy who's like, "Hey Alyssa, your mom's not here." And she's like, I don't know you. So she runs away. And he disappears, and now here she is. By the way, this is the 1940s. This is 1942 right now. There's time travel in this game, and there's also like travel to like afterlife dimensions and stuff. But right now, specifically, we're in 1942. And so now we're in this house, and this house belonged to a soldier and his daughter, and presumably the daughter's mother. But that's none of my business. I don't know. So she's in this house, and unfortunately, the dad and the daughter passed on. The dad went off to war and unfortunately died there, and his daughter is a ghost because she was attacked by somebody we will meet very soon. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Do we have any Peter Gabriel fans?
Sledgehammer?
Okay, thanks for ruining the joke. Do we have any Peter Gabriel fans in the chat? Okay, now you go ahead and say it.
I got too excited.
Sledgehammer. Sledgehammer, yeah. So there's this guy. He will be coming very soon. And his name is Sledgehammer. He says Alyssa's name a lot. Like, he says it a lot. He says it like, Alyssa. And see, here he is. Alyssa. His name is Sledgehammer. Let's do the joke again. Any Peter Gabriel fans in the chat? So he was possessed. This is a guy, and he was possessed by this scary entity, and he got turned into a supernatural creature guy. And he went on a killing spree, one of whom was May, the little girl, the little pianist girl. So now we're going to learn about. First, go get the invitation.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So we're going to learn about evade points and hide points. And these things, most of them can only be used once. So evade points are little spots in these areas that Alyssa can activate and kind of use to bonk one of these subordinates, one of the scary guys, or just kind of get around them. So what Linear is going to do actually is use this first one, right?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, she's going to use this first evade point so that she can easily slip past Sledgehammer in this room. And because this is a speed run, she's not going to use most of these points unless she really needs it as a backup strat. And if an enemy is too close, this is very important. This will come into play later. Hopefully not, though, but it could. If an enemy is too close to an evade or a hide spot, it'll disappear forever. Dun, dun, dun. And here he comes.
Alyssa. Damn name again.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he is upset. He is angry. So Alyssa is on her way to the concert hall, because she needs to get one specific item. Here is one of the fountains. You can refill your holy water at these fountains. That's also acting as the save point. But what's very important here is going to the concert hall. And just we have time, have any announcements or anything?
I have a couple of announcements that are all hyping up this cutscene incentive that we have to go. And I heard Linear, they're very excited for it. We have $25 from Bardic Feline. Cutscene showcase, you say? How can I say no to cinema magic? complete with magical girls, no less. Take my money and let's make this magic happen. Yes, be sure to put your dollars towards that cutscene showcase. We don't have that much longer to go. We are just under $3,000 on the way there. Let's make that happen.
Yeah, I'm doing like the Martin Scorsese like cinema pose right now because I really, really want to see these. So thankfully, Sledgehammer can't actually go backstage, which is great because there's a little puzzle we need to do to kind of knock down a body that's hanging up in the rafters or whatever. And we need to take a note from the body, which is a safe combination. And hang on. Sorry.
Yep, it's the same combination, never changes.
The safe combination never changes. Also, the thing about these subordinates, the big scary guys, you never know where Sledgehammer's going to be. So it's very important that Linear is careful coming out of here because, you know, he could be like, wow, gotcha, Alyssa. So you have to be on your toes when you leave the backstage.
Like that.
Like that, yeah.
This is what happens when you're chased out of the cinema.
Once again, I am doing the Martin Scorsese cinema pose.
As one does.
Yeah, exactly. So again, thankfully, this safe combination never changes, just like war. And I don't know if I said that.
Okay, Snake. Jeez.
But this is one of those that the game makes you get,
Right.
even though the combination never changes. Oh,
Right,
wow.
and that will actually again come into play later. There are kind of gated things in the game, like information that Alyssa needs to progress. Even though you, the player, will know this information, you unfortunately still have to pick up these items, even if you have to go out of your way, you know, logistically, even have to go out of your way to find them, which sucks, but yes! That was, I went yes because sometimes he can bonk Alyssa right there. So it's really, really cool that Linear was able to dodge that very well. Here's something else that is going on. So you will see Linear is going to toss, boop, the holy water there. The thing about the sigils on the door is whenever you toss the holy water onto the door sigils, it takes a few seconds for the sigils to break. So what she did was, you can auto-target with the holy water. So what she did was, did it early, then touched that locker over there, which canceled Sledgehammer's attack movement pattern, whatever. Sorry, I forgot the word there. His attack animation. And then she was safely able to enter that door without him grabbing her. And while we're running right in here, we have time for maybe a quick one.
Yep.
We have $10 from Gwyn Hiver for Clock Tower 3's amazing cutscenes. I agree. It's cinema.
Okay, so this guy, he's like, oh no, holy water, ah. Oh, what? Oh no, faced with some rubble. What am I gonna do here? Like, you can't climb over that, brother? Okay, so this is an invisibility band. Lock that in your brain because the invisibility band is something that will come into play later. I won't talk about it just yet, but just, you know, remember it. Foreshadowing. Alyssa! If I could get like a bunch of donations, just Alyssa, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, give me your best Alyssas.
Yeah. Like in text form, I'm sure Sid will, you know, rock that.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my gravelly voice going for Sid After Dark. It'll happen.
Alyssa! All right, so Linear is on her way toward probably, in my opinion, the scariest part of the run. But until then, Sid, Alyssa! You have maybe a quick one.
I don't have any Alyssas yet, but chat,
No
if you have an Alyssa, or maybe there's a lot of cinema in the chat, so maybe your favorite bad movie or good, just reveal your letterbox to me in your donation comments to get that cutscene.
Yeah, does anybody have any like Letterboxd Larry emotes that they can use in chat right now? Just really quick. All right, so this part is nerve-wracking. So Linear will need absolute silence, and then I will explain what's going on. Okay. I promise that was not just for dramatic effect, even though it did heighten the tension. So that walking across that board, she needed to get over there to get some pliers and then come back. It is RNG how many times Alyssa will stumble going across. And it's just very, very nerve-wracking. So the more she stumbles, the greater the chance she will fall off. And if she falls off, it's game over, baby. It's game over, man. Game over. So it's just very important that Linear kept her focus, and it was absolutely fantastic. Whew.
That was incredible.
Yeah.
Thank you. I felt the pressure. I'm not going to lie.
I was sitting there, I was like, oh.
We have some love for you in a donation, actually. We have $5. We have $5 from Slab Bulkhead. Go Linear. The Lady Arcaders are rooting for you.
Oh my God, thank you.
Lady Arcaders mentioned. Hello. Alyssa. Okay, something else I didn't mention. So you will see these throughout the run. So if you missed them, then it's totally fine. Moths. There are little moths that will fly around sometimes. Where do they come from? Where do they go? Who knows? What's their connection to the bad guys? I don't know. But the moths will grab Alyssa and hold her so that the baddie can come and get to her. So just those are very, like those right there. It's very important to dodge them as well as you can. So now, the whole reason Alyssa had to go to the theater. Alyssa! The whole reason Alyssa had to go to the theater was to get those pliers, which is what Linear picked up across the scary boards, to use the pliers right here. And now she can enter this door.
I mean, it is pretty comical if you think about it. We did all of that.
All that just to do that. Here is our first arrow that we're picking up, and I will discuss that just a little bit later. But right now, what I do want to talk about is little May, little piano playing May, rest in peace. And this item, this pocket watch, this is the item, excuse me, I burped, I'm so sorry. This is the item that Alyssa needs to give to May to set her free. So we need to get back over there and get it to her. And we have a little time for anything, or, if anybody in chat is saying something really interesting.
Oh, I have a donation.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Uh-oh.
I have $5 from Sledgehammer.
Alyssa, you dropped your ticket to the party bus. I was just trying to give it back to you. Alyssa.
How is that all? Okay.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
Thank you so much for your donation. And remember, you can put that towards the cutscene incentive, and let's make that one happen, chat, while I recover mentally and physically.
Right.
All right. So let me tell you about boss battles. Let me tell you first. So the holy water, this is where the magical girl transformation comes into play. The holy water ampule thingy, it turns into a bow and arrow, which you can kind of see there. It's floating. It's boss battle time, baby. All right. So arrows are used to tether enemies, and they must be charged up. You will be able to see this very shortly. The full tethering is called transfixing. Let's see, what was the charge? Okay,
He's a 5 count.
5 count, he's a 5 count, thank you. That was the only one I didn't write. Oh, it's right there. All right, so the pattern on the arrow will change as it is charging, and Linear is very well able to just tell how many charges it takes. But yes, this is a 5 count. All of the boss battles take a different amount. So, as you can see, the boss is being tethered right now. And right now, Alyssa is doing her little, magical little final attack to, get him. The thing about the tethering, while you're charging your arrow, Alyssa cannot move while you're charging the arrow. But some of these enemies move a heck of a lot, and it sucks. It's not fair. And you will hear me during this run. You know, you will probably be able to like hear inside my mind, like I'm cussing, like I'm not happy because I'm like feeling so much for Linear, you know, because I hate these bosses. All right, so now we're gonna go and give May the watch. And you can maybe a quick announcement or anything like that.
My announcement is that the donations are trying to destroy me, but that's fine.
Okay.
I love it.
All
Let's
right.
make that happen for the cutscenes. We have $10 from Kate with sword. And there's like woodbane squeaking sounds, but you know. We have $5 from failed up Link.
Alicia.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your donations. I will be sure to try to attempt to do any voice of these horrible monsters that you wish if you put in those donations now.
Thank you so much for the donations, everyone. All right, so we are now in chapter 2. So after that boss fight, we gave May the watch. May and her papa go to heaven. And then it takes us back to Alyssa's room where we meet Dennis, our childhood friend who is so cool and we love him so much. He does not cause any trouble for us whatsoever. So in that scene, Dennis climbs up some ivy, I guess, and appears at Alyssa's window. And he gives Alyssa the key to we haven't even mentioned Grandpa Dick yet. Her grandpa, his name is Richard, but I mean, literally his name. Anyway, Dennis gives Alyssa the key to Grandpa Dick's room where, you know, she learns some various information. Like there's a notebook with all the lore about these entities that enter humans and turn them into these subordinates, these big scary guys, as well as information about rooters, Rooders, young women who fight against these subordinates. And as we're kind of moving through the house, heading back, actually, just kidding. Okay, so in the next, yes, this is a perfect spot. Sid, if you have anything.
Yes, we have some kinder ones. We have $50 from Nick O, settling in for a spooky fun evening and donating for more Clock Tower and more Signalis, which is creepy and also one of the most heart-wrenchingly romantic games I've ever played. Thank you so much for that. We are moving and grooving towards our cutscene showcase. If you have any lines from this game or anything else that you want one of us to read, we will try to make that happen for you. So let's get those donations in. We are just under $3,000 left to go. We got this. Let's speedrun it.
Yeah, gamers, we have until the end of the run. And I know you are wanting those cutscenes. I know you're wanting that Signalis ending. So let's make that happen. This is a portal. These also require holy water charges, 2 splish splashes of the holy water to activate them. And now we are here, and Linear is also going to activate it on this side because, you know, it's two-way. You got to activate it. I'm gonna pick up another lavender water, again, for safety. This is the next area. Sorry, I started laughing because I'm glancing at my notes, and this is the first mention of the acid vats and the Curvoter and, you know, Acid Man. So in this section of the game, basically what Alyssa needs to do is help the spirits of a woman and her son who had unfortunately been got by a guy who likes to he likes to dunk people in acid. And it's not like, you know, like a bathtub or whatever. Like, it's a big vat, and it's but that is one of the cutscenes that we will be watching.
That's a very good cutscene.
It's a very good cutscene. So, I'm sorry, I'm still laughing about Acid Man.
Please.
All right. Just basically what Alyssa is doing is traversing the house, you know, trying to make her way through, trying to, you know, find wrenches and just items. And while Alyssa is navigating through this house, it would be time for, anybody have any impressions they want us to do, or...
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Do they ever. On our way to this incentive, thank you so much for your generosity. We have $10 from Alien Crustacean.
Alyssa, you missed your cutscene.
And see, we won't miss that cutscene if you get your money in. We also have $10 from Corey. A little bit of a different direction.
Alyssa!
There you go.
Alyssa!
So thank you so much for your donation. Keep them coming, folks. If you have any requests for voices or lines from this game that you know that are sillier than just Alyssa, feel free to send those in too. Everything counts towards that cutscene.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be lines from this game. Like, you could just be like, Peebs, can you like do your...
Peebs, are you in?
Yeah.
Oh, cool, perfect. We're both in on this. So you can get Peebs or myself to do some lines from some horror things, Magical Girls, Alyssa's. Let's go.
I'll do any impression.
We've made a huge mistake, but we're going to make it happen.
This is the first clue that Alyssa has magic powers. That's a joke. She does have magic powers, but also... So the way this game works is Alyssa kind of knelt down like 5 feet from a key, but she can still pick it up. So it's just very, very fun how the collision or whatever works in this game.
Yeah, they call it her extendo arms.
Her extendo arms. Yes, I had forgotten that. Thank you so much. But now we're back at the house, and I just want to talk about really quick. Alyssa, like, we love to make this joke. Everybody who's familiar with this game loves to make this joke. Literally, this would never have happened. Like, none of this would be happening had Alyssa not, succumbed to her teenage defiance. And she didn't have to come here, is what I'm saying. Like, come on, girl. But now she is. Now she's here. Now she's learning about, rooters and subordinates and learning about portals and how to use holy water and touching strange masks and opening secret rooms. And, none of this would be happening if she just stayed in school. This is another thing. Stay in school, kids.
Very important.
It's very important. All right, so this is a repellent arrow. Linear is going to be picking up several of these throughout the run, mostly to use at the final boss fight. I will explain later. She's also picking up this roll of film because this ties into... I mentioned a little earlier during that required ghost encounter where you have to give ghosts things and then they give you items in return. Well, what Linear's going to use with this, and I will point it out when we get there, is she has to, she has to trade these items, basically, for items that she needs. And it goes along with the, you can't do things unless the game knows that you are there or whatever. It's content gated, basically. And it's so annoying. There's so many things that annoy me in life, and that's one of them, okay? But anyway, Alyssa just learned about rooters versus the entity. Like, they have been in this timeless war against this entity, against these subordinates. And it's just, they're tired, And I'm sure Alyssa's already tired, and she's not even a rooter yet, which we'll get into later. But now it's time to meet... Sorry, I timed that wrong. Now it's time to meet the next subordinate, the Corroder, Giorgio Corroder, famous music producer who's worked with the likes of Diana Ross, Daft Punk. I am getting Sid is handing me a note right now,
I am.
It is. I confused the corroder with Giorgio Moroder.
You did, but that's okay.
I did. That is unfortunate for me. So, okay, Linear is putting this film roll into this body, and in exchange, she's getting a photograph on the wall. Look at this photograph. Every time.
An acid man.
Oh my Lord.
The acid man. Also, Alyssa has to pick up this photograph because otherwise, how will she know that there is a switch on the wall behind a photo on the wall? Like, how else is she going to know that unless she finds this photo?
But it certainly isn't obvious enough.
Because it certainly isn't obvious enough. Because Linear, it's if she doesn't have the photo, she just touches and is like, I don't know what to do with this. Or like it doesn't even interact or something like that. So now we're just... I'm sorry, I'm thinking about just dropping these people into acid again. I don't know. It's not funny. It's not funny, I promise, but it's funny. Okay, all right.
We are almost...
Here he is!
Oh,
the
there
corroder! Hot. There's another thing that people can put into donations. Hot.
He's upset that we are almost under $2,500 to this cutscene incentive. We're so close. We need to make this happen before the run ends. Let's go.
I actually love this for us because if you're not... I will admit, I was not familiar. I mean, I'd heard of this game, but I wasn't really familiar with it.
You weren't familiar?
I was not familiar with it until Linear started speedrunning it back in October. And, before that, I had no... Okay, so I do want to briefly say, the great thing about this game is sometimes the enemies, where the enemies are, the holy water will auto-target. So what Linear can do is, if she knows that there's an enemy around the corner, she'll just spray the holy water and will be able to dodge around these enemies sometimes. So it's very important, when you're a speedrunner, you have to know where you're going. You have to know where these jokers are going. I don't remember what I was talking about before I said this. Right, I remember now. So I hadn't seen these cutscenes. I remember what I was saying. I hadn't seen these cutscenes before because I hadn't seen the game before. And when I watched the cutscenes the first time, I was astounded. I was amazed. I was in love. So if you're not familiar with the cutscenes, donate for them. If you are familiar with the cutscenes,
donate for them.
Donate for them so the people who are not familiar with the cutscenes can watch the cutscenes.
There is truly nothing like them.
There's truly nothing like them. All right, so that is a shawl. You saw it very briefly. We'll be able to see it again later. So that shawl is the item that Alyssa needs to find to set these spirits of this world free. And while Alyssa is traveling around in this scary sewer or whatever, while she's getting chased by this man. Excuse me, sir.
That was rude.
That's unfortunate. Yeah.
So this is the first instance where Linear will be using a lavender water to lower the scariness, as you can see right there. Because again, getting to full panic, it's not good for anybody. It's not good for anybody at all.
We don't want to get to panic mode with this incentive either. We don't want to get into the last minute. We want to make it happen.
Yeah, gamers, come on, let's go.
Let's go, gamers.
Let's go, big gaming. So as Alyssa is crawling around on this ledge, do we have anybody who wants us to do a hot impression or a Martin Scorsese impression? Or
we do have a movie donation if you have time for one.
Yeah.
We have $50 from Fairyberry. I have to donate for the Clock Tower series and to mention one of my favorite bad, good actually, horror movies. It's the original Clock Tower cutscene, the inspiration for the first game, Dario Argento's Phenomena. It's a lot like the game, except there's a chimpanzee and Jennifer Connelly can control insects with her mind. Wowie zowie.
Yeah. Dario Argento, a very, very fine filmmaker. Just keep those movies coming.
I would love to hear your favorite bad movies.
Yeah.
Buy a ticket to the theater. Let's come in.
Yeah. Martin Scorsese is here with me right now.
He's sitting right beside us. It's wild.
It's wild. He is sitting right beside us, just like the corroder.
He wants to see the scenes.
He wants to see the scenes. He's saying like, Alyssa, you've got, okay, here's the first instance of the panic mode. Thankfully, okay, I love that this happened because you can, if you're right up against the door, you can still enter the doors even in panic mode, which is amazing. It's fantastic. All right, here's the corroder boss fight. So the corroder, it is a 3-count charge to tether him with the arrow. I forgot the word arrow there for a second. However, he does have a ranged attack and he can move side to side. So even though you only need a 3 charge to start the tether, you still have to make sure to dodge out of the way, to move around. Nobody's going to be dying here today except you, Corroder. Okay. I'm like enthralled, sorry.
That's fine. If you need a donation, I got some.
Yeah, go for it.
We have $50 from Shifty Disco. Let's see those scenes. Oh my God, my voice is cracking because of the Alyssa. Thank you so much for your donation. That is lovely. We have $250 from Anonymous. We have $10 from Anonymous. We have another $10 from Anonymous. Thank you so much for your generosity. I need those cutscenes to happen. Let's keep it moving and grooving. Let's get $5 for all the magical girls in chat. What's your favorite magical girl? You know, we got horror magical girls. Are there other kinds?
Exactly. So here's an unfortunate thing that just happened. The enemies can untether if you are not quick enough with the full tethering. What was happening there is he kept kind of going side to side. The unfortunate thing with Alyssa is once she starts charging these arrows, she cannot move, even if the enemies are moving. So they keep untethering before Linear can get them tethered. But you know what? We're going to get this man. He's a jerk. I believe we're going to get this man. He does not deserve to see sunlight tomorrow, you know. So.
Or the cutscenes. We're going to get rid of him.
He doesn't deserve to see the cutscenes.
No, he's not allowed to watch. He's not allowed to the theater. He's not allowed to watch them with us. Scorsese does not like this guy.
Yeah. Come on, sir. Yeah. Let's go. All right,
Beautiful.
now we're going to do the final attack. Mess this man up. Let's go.
He was extra spicy today. I didn't appreciate that.
He is not going to star in a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio.
For shame.
For shame.
Oh, we are under $2,500 towards that cutscene. We have...
Let's go.
Let's make it happen.
Let's go. All right, so here is the first piece of the clover. It is, of course, as you can tell, a clover. So, I mean, duh, I just said clover. But there are 4 pieces of clover, which is used to increase the amount of holy water held. And it'll also involve the final fight. You know, we got to stay in the fight with this clover. So now Alyssa is on her way to give this ghost lady shawl back so she can reunite with her son Albert and they can move on to heaven or again, wherever, you know? I'm not sure. It's a very moving, very touching, very emotional cutscene. Immediately to follow that cutscene is, of course, probably the most unhinged cutscene in the entire game, which is, of course... when Alyssa's mom's house turns into the big scary clock tower and she like rides up bits of the clock tower and like talks to the dark man who's, you know, Grandpa Dick, and it's just it's unhinged. That is one of the cutscenes that you will get to see when we meet that incentive.
Yeah, it's not an if, it's a when right now.
It is a
like,
when
we
meet that
need
incentive.
to see that, y'all. We need to
do that for the incredible like runner, like Linear. You're doing such a good job. Thank you so much for this run.
Oh, thank you.
Do it for Linear, please. And also me, Sweet Peeves.
Yeah, especially Peeves.
Well, no, especially Linear, okay? But, you know, me as well.
You're both fantastic.
This is chapter 3. But also with that cutscene, Grandpa Dick was really creepy. And he's like, Yeah, it's almost Alyssa's 15th birthday, and we shall be united forever. Which is like, it's like not creepy, right? But it kind of is creepy, but it's not also creepy. So, sorry.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. But it's not, but it is. Okay, so the subordinate in this chapter is Chopper, and I don't mean Chopper from One Piece. Chopper has what are they, axes? He has axes in his hands. He chases Alyssa through the various levels of this like sewer area as she picks up another invisibility band. Remember to get the invisibility band.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Some rubber gloves she needs for a wiring puzzle and a crowbar. And while she does this, while she's in this elevator, which by the way, you cannot use the elevator in a panic mode, which makes no sense. You'd think that if you're in the safety of an elevator, that would lower your panic, but you can't use the elevator in a panic mode. So
maybe she has a phobia.
Maybe she has a phobia of elevators. I don't think she does, though, but it's possible. I'll yes and that. So while she's doing this, she needs to dodge Chopper. This guy's a jerk. She needs to make sure she's not panicked. What she's going to do over here is grab the gloves, and then there is going to be an evade point, and she will use that evade point to kind of reset his timer so that she can run around and not be bothered by Chopper while she is trying to do that final wiring puzzle. So, while all this is going on, while Alyssa is being a cute little girl running around this scary place, Sid, what do you got?
What do I have? I have a couple of donations. We have $50 from Squirrel611 with no comment. We have $25 from Anonymous and $5 from Kate with Sword. I know everyone wants to see those cutscenes together. I hear there are some fun hand motions, some wild acting. I hear there's a horse in a place where a horse should not be.
Of course.
If you want to see the horse, please send in your donations for just getting that horse out of there. And maybe practically Bayonetta. I don't know. There's a lot to happen.
I will do a horse impression.
Will you? Oh, I love horses here.
Yeah.
This is the magical horse girls, I suppose.
Yeah. I'll just, I think it'll just be a regular horse impression.
That's fine.
But, yeah.
And remember, all of your donations, when you donate towards that incentive, also goes to the milestone for unlocking the Signalis cutscenes. So you really do get a 2-for-1 on the cutscenes happening right now. Get your donations in.
Yeah, keep going.
Wowie zowie. Okay, we have $5 from Selkie Mage. I think Madoka Kaname would get along with Alyssa. They're both bow and arrow magical girls. They could hunt witches and these weird monsters together. See, I love that suggestion. Get your magical girl donations in. Get your suggestions. Get your Alyssas or any other strange and wonderful things.
Have you ever been electrocuted?
Lightly? Like when you touch level. Yeah. My hair didn't like it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of horror games, aren't there, with girls and like electric things and like messing with wiring. I think they should get a certification, personally.
I think they should. All right, so sorry. All right, so now it's time to use this crowbar. And you know what you use a crowbar for? That's right, to lift this lid thingy. And we're going to go down this ladder. And it's time to heal another spirit. So like my good friend Velma from Scooby-Doo and many of us here in the Fatales, this ghost cannot see without his glasses. So what Alyssa needs to do is walk across this little sewer moat thingy, grab this man's spectacles, and then trade the spectacles for a card key, which she needs to get out of this area. See, there we go. He's got his specs back. Now he can see. Thank you, Alyssa. Now I can see. Here's a card key for you. You're welcome. I mean, you're welcome. I'm English. I'm from England.
Oh, crap.
Wow, rude.
Very rude.
See, this is why Linear picks up these lavender waters, because they're a very easy way to compensate for this sort of thing. Because again, these enemies can come out of nowhere and get you at any point. So it's very cool and very important, when you're, especially in a marathon setting, picking this stuff up and taking care of yourself. Let's practice some self-care with Alyssa, okay, everyone?
Don't get electrocuted.
Don't get electrocuted.
First rule of self-care. Don't get electrocuted.
Do not get electrocuted. Drink your lavender water. It'll calm you down. It's very soothing. I'm soothed. I would love to be soothed by the beautiful voice of you, Sid.
The dulcet tones.
Yeah, sure. I just, a quick one.
Absolutely. We have $10 from Gwen. This is the vibe for a Clock Tower run. Thank you, LinearC, Peeps, and Sid. Thank you for your donation. That is one step closer to our cutscene incentive. We'll laugh, we'll cry, we'll hold hands, and not get electrocuted.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Is this correct? Are we 42% of the way there, according to our schedule, which has the live update, like a live tracker?
We are absolutely that much of the way there, and I want to get us 100% of the way. Like, we're eliminating these bad killers. I want to eliminate the rest of that money, right? We want to get that in with our donations.
Here's another example of Alyssa's extendo arms. So she can grab, she's standing on the stairs here, and she can...
I missed it. There we go.
There we go. So she can grab that arrow from underneath the stairs with her extendo arms, and it's fantastic. Yet another example of, girls, women, femmes staying winning.
No, that's what I call girl power.
That is what that's a good, I enjoyed that very much. All right, so.
You're welcome. That was a present.
Every day with you is a gift, Sid. I mean that. All right, so here we go. Boss fight number 1 with our dear enemy Chopper. And I said boss fight number 1 because wouldn't you know it, there are 2 boss fights actually with this dude who looks like Kratos, but actually this game came out before God of War, so don't call this guy a copycat.
That's his uncle.
So, this is Kratos' uncle. Yeah. So there was a cutscene. We find out in this cutscene that Grandpa Dick actually killed Alyssa's father with an axe. Alyssa doesn't want to believe it. She doesn't want to think that Grandpa Dick is a murderer. But there's still the question here. So that is the pertinent information from that cutscene. This dude is a joker. So he has a 6-count charge. Remember, this counting is how long it takes for the arrow to charge. He can also do an annoying sidestep, which is so annoying. Like, you will be able to see that later on. So he's tethered, but then he transports Alyssa to his graveyard, where we learn he has a sick fascination with rooters and kills them, and that the subordinates are in league with people who want to do the ritual of engagement, which is exactly as creepy as it sounds. It involves the drinking of a 15-year-old girl's blood after taking her... Yeah, I know, it's gross. After taking her poor little heart out of her chest. It sucks, basically. So we see a bunch of young girl rooters. I mean, again, they're just girls. They're just kids. They're at youngest 15 years old, because once you turn 15, you become a rooter. So, spoiler alert. So we're like, this guy killed us. It sucks. So there are 2 major puzzles in this area, one of which will be coming up soon, which is matching stone coins with different elements, different colors. And it'll come up here pretty quick once Linear activates. Boop. All right, now I can explain this puzzle. So after coming through this portal right here, what is going to happen is there are, in this crypt, there are 3 rooms with 3 coffins. There's a better word for that. But there are 3 coffins. There are 3 upset spirits of Rooter girls, and they have different colors. And what you have to do is take these stone coins from these. Someone in chat, help me out here. Help me out here. What are these called? Coffins. You have to take the colors.
It's a sarcophagus?
Sarcophagus. Thank you. So what Linear? It's a puzzle. So what Linear has to do is match up the elements, match up the colors with the color of the Rooter girl, so that the poor Rooter girl can be at peace and move on with her death life. So while Linear is taking care, and also picking up various arrows in this crypt. So while Linear's doing that, Sid, you've got plenty of time.
Oh, perfect. I have plenty of donations. I have $5 from Gwen. Also, maybe a donation stampede for the cutscene incentive? Magical knee! Yeah. So if you want more horse noises in the chat, or for me to say, then get that donation in. We have $100 from Kenners. Electrocution? I thought it was a cut scene. Okay, yeah, sure. I will take that. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Kenners, for your donation.
I don't get it.
You know what? We're just going to keep going. We're going to roll on. We have 20. We're going to stampede into the next donation. We have $25 from KT. I got to see those cutscenes. In my head, I'm like, Christopher Walken doing that. I got to see. Yeah, you understand.
I gotta see those cutscenes.
I gotta see those cutscenes.
I lifted up my hands, doing the Chris Walken, I gotta see those cutscenes.
Much like those cutscenes, we are also doing very strange hand motions, so be sure to get your donations in. We are almost halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Let's make it happen, everybody.
I love donations.
I do too. We have $5 for the relatable glasses ghost. Alrighty. I love it. We have $5 from Sabby. Bad movie rec here, non-horror. Johnny Destiny Space Ninja. Specifically the Joseph Lai dub. If you like laughing at bad voice acting, you'll love this. Also, can we get these cutscenes? I want to see. They must be hot.
That's awesome.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much for your donation.
Thank you so much.
We're officially 45% of the way there. Come on, come with me, everybody. Let's get on the horses and let's go see other horses in these cutscenes. And also, Bayonetta is there apparently. We're gonna make it happen. Oh, we are also so close to 51K.
Oh, gamers, come on, babes.
We love you, gamers. You got to do it for Alyssa here. Look at her. Have you ever noticed that horror game protagonists have a certain strut to them?
I have not noticed that. Speak on that.
Okay, there's a PS2 kind of girl run. You'll see Yuna does it in Final Fantasy X. You see Heather do it in Silent Hill 3, and you see Alyssa do it in this game. It's there's a lot of swing and arm motion.
Okay, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it.
You see it now?
Yeah. I'm seeing it right now. Yeah.
It's very particular. There's a little bit of a skip. So if you have a skip in your step and you have a little bit of money to donate, be sure to get into that donation. And remember, it'll also go to the milestone and get us that much closer to supporting the National Women's Law Center.
Who are the national? Who are we raising money for here?
We're raising for the NWLC, which is a group of advocates, experts, and lawyers who fight for gender justice, taking on issues that are central to the lives of women and girls. Much like Alyssa here, she could have used that, I think.
I think she could have used that very much so. You're totally right. So here now we have in our hands, in our beautiful hands, the Compass of Light, which Alyssa will be placing on statues outside as we enter into the second of the two major puzzle time sequences. So, but first, before Linear does that, she's gonna go back and get some more holy water for safety strats, because remember, you need 2 splashes for a return portal. What she's gonna do is go ahead and take care of that and then have 3 for safety, because Alyssa's gotta make a hasty exit at some point. Because remember Chopper? Y'all remember Chopper?
Uh-oh.
I know. Chopper has not left the building. Chopper is, in fact, pretty ticked off at Alyssa for no real reason, okay?
Jealous of the run.
Jealous of the run, jealous of Alyssa's flaxen hair and green jacket. By the way, Linear's model, isn't it fantastic?
Oh, I was admiring it before the run started. I'm like, man, yeah, this is awesome. Like, I love it.
Can I give a big shout out to Big Scared? Because
A big shout out to Big Scared, yes.
Yeah, Big Scared designed my PNG tour, and it's
Really?
awesome.
We love you, Big.
I love the Fatales cross combo there. That's a winning combo.
We're winning.
Please check out their work. They do great work, but I love it so much.
If we have a second for some more donations.
Very quick one.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to save it for next time. Let's go.
All right. So now I keep saying we, like we're actually doing this. It's Alyssa,
Together.
It's Linear. We are in this, our chopper, comrade. All right, so Alyssa is running away from Chopper. You see now, Alyssa is invisible. This is where we use those invisibility bands that Linear's been picking up. So what needs to happen is Linear is running around these pillars, activating first a one-eyed lion statue, then a two-eyed lion statue. Then, it's weird. There's a three-eyed lion little statue. She's got to activate it. And again, at this point, this is the best time. This is a speed run. She doesn't want to have to deal with getting hit by this dude. So this is where she will use these invisibility. And the great thing is she can use this invisibility band right in front of him and he'll be like, where'd she go? And it's like, well, I don't know. You can't see me. So anyway.
John Cena, is that you?
It's unfortunately she did get bonked there. However, it's fine. Because again, she still has one invisibility band left. Like, oh wow, John Cena. All right, so
yeah, oh wow.
To get this compass of shadows, it's different from the other one. You have to splash water on it. Thankfully, Chopper was not close enough. If Chopper is too close, again, because she auto-targets when she uses the holy water, if he's too close, it'll auto-target him instead of the compass. And this is especially dangerous because if for some reason you don't have any holy water left, you would have to leave the area via the exit portals, refill your holy water, and then come all the way back. And that's very, very dangerous. Excuse me, sir. Stop chasing her, okay?
No ticket.
No ticket. That's a different movie. So
thank you for knowing that.
Yeah. Now, cinema. So now that she has two compasses, Linear is going to go ahead and refill her holy water. Because usually after boss battles, the holy water automatically refills. But after this upcoming boss fight, Chopper 2, it doesn't auto-refill, which is very weird. So, Linear just, for safety, because, obviously you need holy water, just goes ahead and does it.
That's so rude.
I know, it's rude. So I'm placing these in here. And placing it on these two gravestones, which is going to open. I should have timed this better. Which will open...
Dramatic music here.
Which will open a portal.
There it is.
There it is, into this weird, scary cave. And now we're in this weird, scary cave with this weird, scary bridge. And we're gonna pick up some weird, scary items. And watch a weird, scary cutscene. So what we find out in this cutscene that is happening very soon. So Alyssa finds out her grandfather. This is a red binding arrow. It will help in the final boss battle. I'll explain later. Alyssa finds out her grandfather, again, wants to take her heart and use it to become an entity. And entities are the scary bosses of the subordinates. We don't want that because that's weird. Also, to become a rooter, when you become a rooter on your 15th birthday, and wouldn't you know it, how old is Alyssa? She's 14. Stacey's 14.
She's 14?
And wouldn't you know it, her 15th birthday is tomorrow.
Yowie wowie.
No, yowie zowie indeed. So this part is especially heinous because it looks easy. Linear makes it look super easy. But as she explained it to me, it's so nerve-wracking to run over that bridge as it's collapsing. So claps in chat, snaps in chat for Linear, who's just bouncing.
Excellent news.
Yeah.
We hit over $51,000 for the National Women's Law Center. We are over halfway there. We have $1,980 to go on the incentive. This is incredible. Let's keep this energy up. Let's keep those horses roaming.
Nay. All right, this is Chopper 2. So this is such a pain because the only real good time to get him is when he backs up like that and is about to throw his axe. Trying to push him into that movement is an absolute pain because he'll chase you around. You also have to mind the gravestones because they can block your shots. So this fight is it is a 6-count charge. You have to be constantly moving to avoid him. You have to avoid getting the attacks caught on tombstones. This guy sucks. And the rest of my notes in this section is complain about these annoying boss movements. How is this fair, Lamau?
We have a horse.
This guy, can just move around. What's he doing? Please, sir, this is a speed run. Let's go.
He's never seen a horse before in his life.
I've seen a horse in my life. This man will never see a horse like I've seen a horse. I don't know why I said that. That was a weird thing to say. Anyway,
that's okay.
Alyssa's gonna do her cool magic attack. And it looks really cool.
While we do this,
yes.
Do you think we can set up a frame Fatales exclusive to Frost Fatales 2025, the official, the one and only? I had to wait for that scream. Donation train? I think we can. Do you think, I don't know, 10 minutes from now? 5 minutes from now? I think 5 minutes from now. How about in 5 minutes, let's all get our $5 or $10 towards the official donation train. And our destination is the cutscene.
How about in 6 minutes? Because it's 9:39 p.m. So if we...
Yeah, in my mind, I was rounding up.
Oh, you were hoping that you would finish your sentence.
I was really hoping I could vamp until then, but unfortunately, you couldn't hold your horses, could you?
I couldn't.
No. So let's make sure we have that happen.
So now all the poor Rooter girls who were brutally murdered by Chopper, they're like, thanks, Alyssa, you've saved us. Hey, look who it is. It's Dennis. So remember Dennis? No, you don't, because we skipped that cutscene. So this is Dennis. He's going to be with us for the next few seconds. Alyssa explains to him what's going on, and he's like, yeah, okay, I'll help. Sure, no problem. And she's like, oh, thank you, Dennis. You're my childhood friend. Thank you. So, he decides to help. Unfortunately, as you can tell, Dennis is gone. Goodbye, Dennis. Bye forever. He saw who he thought was his sister, who had been away as a nurse. He thought he saw her, but turns out it was a trick, and he's been kidnapped by our next pain in my derriere. Wouldn't you know it, it's the Scissor Twins. You're thinking, Scissor Twins? Hang on, is that like the first two games where there's the Scissor Man? Yes, except there are two of them, and one of them is a scissor... I shouldn't say it. One of them is a girl.
Also, since this run seems to be going just absolutely swimmingly, Linear, do you have any indication of how much time we have left on it?
I would say we can probably finish in about the next 30, 35 minutes, maybe 30 minutes.
If you hear that, chat, we only have 30 minutes to raise just over $2,000. Everybody can do their part. Everybody can, giddy up Pardoner to see those incredible, incredible cutscenes. And maybe we'll, do a little speedrunning along the way.
Please, I want to see those cutscenes so bad because I want to describe them to you. Like, you will watch them and you'll be like, I have no idea what's going on, and I'm watching the cutscene. So, like, please help me, help you, help National Women's Law Center. All right, so the gimmick of this area is, oh my goodness, who is this man? That's a scissor man. So now, Alyssa previously picked up an item called the, to get through the looking glass. It's a mirror world. And what happens is, you know, doing something on one side affects the other side. They're scissor woman, right? Yeah, they're twins. So she can't just use this looking glass item, though. She has to go to that large mirror in the hall. And so you see this seal, opening this cabinet, grabbing this item. This will influence in the real world. This is the mirror world. It will influence in the real world, and she will be able to access a cabinet over there, which she needs to access to, you know, get through the level. Here's a great thing about Alyssa crawling. Thankfully, the Scissor Twins can't get you if you're crawling. So they can get you when you're stood up, which, you know, bummer. Cannot get you when you're crawling. So as Alyssa is collecting these different keys to get through these doors, you know, I will give a nay to maybe encourage, you know, y'all in the chat to please help us out, okay?
Yeah, we have $10 from Sailor Says. Frame fatales. What about frame natals? Let's get clippity-clopping towards that cutscene incentive and see some horsies, y'all.
Clip, clop, clip, clop. I wish I had some coconuts to make that noise.
Oh, the
Yeah, the clip, clop,
yeah,
clip.
you know, that
You
one.
know, like the movie.
Yeah, like like cinema.
Movie. Like cinema. Absolute cinema.
We have
You know?
$125 from Laptop 765. Thank you so much for pushing us that much closer to the donation. We have just over $1,800 left in less than 30 minutes.
Please. There's literally, like, there's not a lot of time left. Like, we're going to enter into the final stage of the game, pretty much, after this. So, like, there's not a lot of time left. Also, it'll also help us get closer to that Signalis incentive, right?
Oh, absolutely. That
Like
is
milestone.
Yes. Nice catch. We have a little under $5,000 to go towards that Signalis incentive. And that's also like that game does mosey on along, so you don't have a lot of time left for that one either. That's our next game coming up. So make sure you get your donations in towards that milestone, and most importantly, towards our incentive, benefiting the National Women's Law Center.
So here we are at a portal. It's going to take us into the final area. We're going to activate this portal and then go refill our holy water. So not only do you get holy water from fountains, you also get them from random urns just scattered around the world. Isn't that fantastic?
Also, remember, our donation train is leaving the station, so it's time to get those donations in.
Oh, yeah, it's 9:45 p.m. here in Eastern whatever time. Let's
you
go.
know what that means.
While y'all are doing that, I just want to mention that Grandpa Dick is a chatterbox. This man has no regard for our time. So you can't skip him talking. Like, even if you skip the cutscene, this man will still yap. And, like, not the fun yapping that we were doing, right? The bad yapping, you know? He has no regard for our time.
Evil.
Whatever.
Evil Sid and Peeps.
Yeah, he's nega us, exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking of nega, like, stuff, excuse me, sir. This is Scissor Man. Remember him from the last level? So what we're doing here, what Linear is doing here, there is a door that she has to get through on the other edge of this little bridge. And there is there's a seal that she has to break. Come on, brother. Come on, let her in. Let her play, ref. There we go. Okay. So now we are in, like, this is like Burroughs Castle. It's at the top of the clock tower, and it's really, like, I don't know what's going on here. Like, this place is weird. So here we're picking up this arrow. We also, I keep saying we, like, but you know, it's our adventure. So Alyssa,
I'm holding your hands.
I am holding your hands. So Alyssa needs to bait Scissor Man up the stairs And he needs to not bonk. That's right. All right. So what Alyssa needs to do is go to this evade point to lure him over there. He cannot be too close because, again, remember, if a subordinate is too close to an evade point, it'll disappear. So this will give her time to pick up this note, which this was mentioned a couple of times earlier. Like that photograph, like the safe combination, there are certain things that Alyssa needs to do that will not happen. She'll just stand there and look like a silly Billy if she doesn't have these specific items. This one in particular will tell her how to crawl through a loose metal stick. What I lost the word in a grate. Like
That's okay.
A loose little pole inside of a grate, otherwise she won't figure it out if she doesn't have this note.
We're under $1,700 to go.
Please.
We're so close. Come on, train.
Y'all can do it. I believe in y'all.
Please.
So I will take a moment to kind of explain these arrows. As the name implies, repellent arrows push enemy backward. And then the red arrows, pull enemy forward. And this will be used in the final boss fight against who? I won't tell you yet. It's a surprise, but...
That's a special secret for us to tell later.
That's for us to know and you to find out. And also, I guess if you've played the game before, then you would know. I do want to make a special note here. There's a red ghost, this cowpoke right here. Thankfully... as Alyssa is crawling over there, thankfully this red ghost will not scare Alyssa. Like, even though she's on this ledge, I guess she's too freaked out that there's that huge drop beneath her. She's too scared of that to be scared of this ghost, which is fantastic.
We have so many donations popping in for that train. Thank you so much, everybody. We have $5 from Shifty Disco getting on the nay train. Oh, okay, that's perfect. I love that. Thank you. We have $10 from Puzzle Box. I got a fever, and the only prescription is cutscenes. Let's go, chat. Let's treat ourselves to classic cinema. We are 60% of the way there. We're almost under $1,500, excuse me. And let's make it happen. We have $25 from Horse. I want to see the cutscenes too. Nay.
Here's another thing. Let me just point this out really quick. So here's another point of the game where Alyssa just can't figure something out unless she looks at something first. So don't mind Scissor Woman there in the oven. Don't mind that. So in order to use the shovel to put ash in the fireplace, you have to first look into the fireplace and be like, oh, I can do something with this fire to get this A crest. What does A stand for? That's a secret that you will find out soon. I won't tell you for another minute or so.
We have a donation from Grandpa Dick.
Yeah? What does Grandpa Dick say?
$10 from Grandpa Dick, who says, I've done a lot of great work for the community of my tiny English town and donated a lot of money to charity, and no one made a video game about that, but you attempt to sacrifice one 15-year-old girl, and everyone rushes to make you look like the bad guy. That sounds like a them problem.
That sounds like a you problem, Grandpa Dick.
We are under $1,500 to go.
That's right. So hopefully you caught it. You'll see another part of this, but so Linear put in the A crest on that little statue thingy, and she is now looking for the N crest. And if you know names of characters in this game, you might be able to figure it out. Oh, right. I didn't actually say. So Alyssa's mother's name is Nancy. So now you can use that information.
How would we know that without the cutscenes?
I know. You wouldn't know that without the cutscenes. So
sounds unfortunate.
I know. That's on me, gamers. I'm so sorry, babes. So A is for Alyssa, and N is for Nancy, her mother. There. Look at that. The N crest. So now I gotta plop that in to the second statue. And let's. Do we have any horses?
Yeah, we have $50 from Goblet of Fire donating 4 horses. I don't know if that's 4 horses, like, for them and the lovely creatures that they are, or 4 horses, which I don't know. Maybe we can sell them at market to make this incentive.
Well, I mean,
We'll see.
how does it spell?
It's like the word,
Just the
but
word.
Okay.
Well,
I was doing a bit. Thanks, Beats.
like a horse chomping at a bit.
Oh yes, absolutely. And I'm chomping at the bit to meet this incentive. We are under. Oh wait, we have $1,445 remaining. I'm chomping at the bit to make it happen. We have $25 from KT. It says, "Let's go cutscenes." I agree.
KT Turnstile? Ignore me.
Pardon me?
Nothing. Just,
I was gonna say yeah, but absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So here's some scary nights. Don't worry about them just yet. We are on our way. I keep saying our adventure, comrades. All right. So Alyssa has to find the D crest, and it is going to be found here at this Napoleon crossing the Alps. Except it's Lord Burroughs, an ancestor of Grandpa Dick. So picking up this D crest, and we find out the story about Lord Burroughs, who found out about this ritual, and he tried it out, but unfortunately for her, fortunately for the world at large. So he was going to do this to his daughter. He was going to perform this ritual on his daughter. She died before her 15th birthday, so he could not do the ritual. And he ended up being, I know, and he ended up being, crushed by the very cogs of the eponymous clock tower in the Clock Tower 3 video game that we are currently enjoying right now.
Yeah, I haven't seen a clock, not a single clock.
Well, there was a clock earlier. Okay, so I'm going to briefly tell you. So Grandpa Dick wants to do the same thing. So now the scary nights in the hallway are going to cause trouble. So Linear has to navigate this maze underneath them, unlock this door so that she can quickly navigate it here pretty soon, and then go back up in this Iron Maiden elevator. Very scary elevator. And she has to get this impeccable timing down, because otherwise she would have to use a sigil stone.
That is a scary elevator.
It's a scary elevator. So the sigil stones, if she's bonked, a sigil stone would take a bonk for her. So now she's gonna pull this lever, and she has to run all the way across. Otherwise, and if she doesn't make it in time, she's gonna make it. But if she doesn't, she'd have to do it again.
I have a couple of good donations too.
Yeah?
When you have a second. We have $25 from Seth. If we do not meet the cutscene incentive, I will withhold all greetings from Germany going forward. The greetings are within your hands. I can't believe somebody would take that away from Frost Fatales. That's a bad omen, chat. We just hit under $1,400.
Come on, gamers, let's go. Do it for Dennis, who, by the way, was captured by the Scissor Twins. I did neglect to mention that. So Dennis...
Oh, good.
Yeah, I know. Dennis has been captured by the Scissor Twins. He's gonna get cut. It's a pit in the pendulum situation. If you're #cultured, then you know about that story, right? Everybody does, right? Anyway,
sure.
He's gonna get chopped in half if Alyssa doesn't save him. He's gonna get chopped in half if you don't help us get that incentive.
Normal reaction. That's absolutely what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I don't like it. You don't like it. The character definitely doesn't like it.
Yeah.
And remember that we'll not get any more greetings from Germany. I'm still stuck on that. That's a loaded threat.
That is a loaded threat. So now Alyssa has to navigate these scary nights one more time, because she has to go rescue her boy Dennis. And, do that whole thing one more time. So yeah, I guess you can cut in a horse or two.
We have $5 from Corey, buying a ticket for the $5 dono train. We need to see these dare I say, cinema scenes from this incentive. That is, cinema. We have $36 from Will It Work? In memory of my mother, I say nay to sacrificing people. Absolutely. No, like, get your horses in, everyone.
Yeah, get your I don't really condone betting. However, if you bet money specifically like by donating, I think that would be fun. Like is Scissor Woman gonna win? She's not gonna win because this is a Scissor Twins boss fight. This is Scissor Woman first.
We love women. Not this one, though.
Not this. We love most women. So the great thing about this Scissor Woman fight is it only takes 2 green arrows to get her. However, because she's the only boss who does not have auto-targeting, and she can teleport, it is harder. Linear made it look so ding-dang easy. I love this for both of us. However, this cuss man, is a run killer. I know, though, that Linear is gonna rock his socks off. His little fashionable boots. She's gonna get him. He runs around, and again, because Alyssa can't move while she's charging, it's sometimes really hard to get him if you can't get him quickly.
He's so speedy.
He's so speedy.
He is not holding his horses at all.
He is not. He is a 6-count boss. And as you can see there, and you will see hopefully not ever again, he has an attack of knives that will travel towards Alyssa from the floor like that. And due to his difficulty, like, he just wiggles around. Like, this dude sucks, and I hate him. There's every chance he'll be able to break the tethers like he just did if she can't get him tethered fully in time. However, everybody, let's grasp hands.
Yeah.
Get your donations in.
Yeah, we are at $1,384 to go. We have like 10 minutes left. If you gather all of your energy, just like Alyssa is storing all of her energy in these arrows and defeating this absolute joker.
Like, you can probably, again, like, psychically understand, like, the words that I'm actually saying in my brain right now, how I feel
we're
about
beaming
this
them
guy.
to you.
I'm like beaming them to you, like psychically, you know.
It's a very Lynchian moment, I think, for both of us.
I feel very deranged right now.
We're in the red room. There's a lot happening.
Yeah, and but yeah, I mean, you know, if you got more
yeah, we have $10 from Ye Old Joy. I'm increasingly confused about what's happening in this game. Let's get those cutscenes that I'm sure will help clarify for me. Yes, absolutely. They make total sense and aren't strange and unnerving at all. I agree with you. We have $25 from Anonymous, 5 tickets for the cutscene train. Absolutely. We have $25 from WizPiz. Scissor Twin. I almost said it. Scissor Twins be gone. Too scary. But I do really want to see those cutscenes. I do too.
I want to see this man die.
Absolutely. Me too. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We saw him die.
Okay.
Alyssa!
Wow. Just that preview of a cutscene. Wow.
Yeah, that's just a taste.
Wow.
You won't see that. You won't see that specific cutscene, but you will see 4 other cutscenes. All right. So now we've saved Dennis. Bye for now, Dennis. All right. So now we've got to go kill Lord Burroughs, who, remember when I was like, hey, I'm going to not tell you the final boss of the game? It's Lord Burroughs, because Lord Burroughs has fused with the soul of Grandpa Dick. He has lured her to the top of the tower by telling her he's got her mom Nancy up there and is like, if you don't come up here, I'm going to do something horrible to your mother. And she's like, don't do that to my mother. I love my mother. So, you know, she's like on her way up there. And I, you know, just, once she gets up there, he's going to be like, the time has come for us to complete the ritual of engagement. I'm going to drink your Ruda blood, and I'm going to become an all-powerful entity, blah, 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 blah. And that's, like, really bad.
This is our final push for those donations. We have $1,334 to go. Everybody, give us your energy. Give Alyssa your energy. Make sure that you put the donation in when you give make sure you put the incentive in when you give that donation. Oh my goodness. Clock Tower is turning everything around for me. I'm spinning right round, baby, right round.
I gotta tell you though, like, we literally do not have a lot of time because Linear is gonna get this boss fight. like lickety splickety, you know, and because I gotta tell you, like, I'm so proud of her because when she started speedrunning this, it would take her, you know, maybe a half hour to get this dude. But now, I'm telling you, like, Linear, she is absolutely amazing. Like, she's gonna get this dude, like, snip snap, because she is beautiful. She's a wonderful speedrunner. She has practiced this. You know, it's been an absolute joy to see her progress these past few months, since October, remember? Like, she didn't start speedrunning this until October.
This is amazing.
Year. Yeah. So just, can we get some clippity claps?
Clippity claps in chat, clippity claps in your donations. Let's shout out to Linear in your donations. Like, I can't believe all of this. This, like, in October? That's that's incredible. Yeah. Oh my goodness, we have $1,224 to go towards that cutscene incentive. You have like 5 minutes left, chat. Let's get your donations in now, zowie.
Yeah, let's clip clop to the donation page. Is it gdq.gg/donate? You know, we can.
It is. TikTok, don't stop the party, don't stop. There's something about Clock Tower, and
also remember, you do have to apply the incentive when you donate.
You do. Yeah, right.
So this is Lord Burrows.
Oh, there he is.
Please apply the incentive. This is Lord Burrows. This guy sucks. He is only a 5 count, but he has a double health bar. He can, let me explain really quick. He can also transfix Alyssa. So, you know, the way she can transfix people by tethering them, which is infuriating because he can block stuff. He can use 3 tethers sometimes versus Alyssa's single tether. If Linear can't tether him fast enough, he'll break out. He also has a scary orb attack, and he can grab Alyssa and drain her life, and he can spawn damaging blood pools on the floor. So basically, it's just one huge minefield she has to dodge around. And now Mama is a statue, by the way. So like okay. Nancy's a statue. You know, that's bad.
I didn't know she was there.
She's there. Oh, she's there. So, like, he wasn't lying that she's there. Like, she's there, but she's a statue. Okay, so Linear does, in fact, need mostly quiet for this because she does need to use audio cues. Please donate. Please. Donate for magic. Magical girl attack. We're going to take this few seconds to read like really quick.
We got $25 from Glowing Star Bright. Alyssa donating to see those cutscenes.
Come on.
Got $100 from Anonymous. Thank you, Anonymous.
Thank you, Anonymous. All right. Come on. Quick. Give me a couple more donations.
We got $10 from Anonymous. We got $50 from Anonymous. We got $10 from Relman. We got $15 from Anonymous. We got $10 from Eccentric Rune. We're right behind you, Sailor Linear C. We got $10 from Lurker Spine. Thank you all so much for your donations and pushing us even closer there. We're almost under $1,000. Let's make it happen.
All right. It is almost time. Unfortunately, it is almost time. Now, Nancy, her mother, is giving all her strength for this final push. And...
Hi. Oh my god.
That was amazing.
Oh my god.
Linear.
What was the time on that? Does anyone know what the time on that was?
I do not have it on hand.
Hang on. None of us were watching the stream. But while Sid, how about you get that information? I will kind of explain what's going on here. So remember the clover pieces that Alyssa had been picking up after each boss fight? So Dennis kind of tossed like the final piece up to her. And this 4-leaf clover, it gave her her magical sword. And she is using that. Also, you notice her cool outfit here? She used it to stab Grandpa. And now he is dead. He is gone forever. Bye forever.
I do have your time here.
Yeah.
It is 1:28:32.
That's a PB for me. That's a PB. Yes.
Let's go!
Oh.
See, got a PB live on Frost Fatales 2025. You saw it here first, folks. That is incredible. And thank you so much for all of your donations towards the National Women's Law Center. We are just at $809 remaining. I don't know if we have the time, but thank you so much for your generosity. That ruled.
Let's go.
Oh my God.
That was amazing.
Cool. Okay. So, chat. Because of all your generosity, we might have a nice little secret surprise for you.
Oh.
And because you held your horses and because of all of your wonderful generosity, we can show you one cutscene.
You're telling me because of the generosity of our beautiful, wonderful donors to the National Women's Law Center,
Yes.
we get to show off one cutscene?
I am
Wow.
like a person feeding a horse an apple from the palm of my hand, and the horse extends its muzzle so lovingly, and it so gently takes it from my hand, and it looks at me with its loving horse eyes.
And it's scary, scary teeth.
It's big teeth, he's beautiful eyes, and he's big hooves for stomping. And the horse can talk in this scenario.
Wait, let me do it.
Okay.
Show me one of the cutscenes. I would like to see the clock tower cutscene, please.
We do, and you know what? You can still donate towards that incentive. We can show you a cutscene, and if you wanna see the rest of them,
you have until the end of this one cutscene.
you literally have until the end of a cutscene to get $700. And I think have you ever seen one of those horse shows? I've heard they're very popular, and it's always like a girl on the ranch. It's kind of like a Hallmark movie except with horses.
Like, Hey Dude from Nickelodeon?
Sure. And
Please.
Sure.
there's a lot of sugar cubes that happen. I don't know. Whatever you feed horses. If you would love to feed this horse in this cutscene, let's make it happen.
All right, everyone. So I'm just kind of overwhelmed right now because I've been working on this run since last October. And I never imagined getting a PB during this event. So thank you all to everyone that donated and encouraged. And Peeps, I heard you as I was going into Final Boss. That was so sweet. Thank you so much. I was just worried if I broke concentration, we wouldn't get through the Final Boss. But thank you, Peeps, so much.
I love you.
I love you too, Peeps.
Congratulations, Linear. That was so cool.
Thank you. So I was going to do the Dennis one.
Okay. Then
these won't do justice unless you all have any suggestions, host or couch.
Listen, you are the runner. You get to pick the cutscene.
This is your celebration. This is your victory lap. This is literally your victory lap. And the donation incentive is still open until I think the end of this cutscene. So if you do want to do that last minute, just heroic Seabiscuit sort of moment and make that happen for all of us and make sure that we don't cry, you can still get your donations in.
So I see someone in the chat saying to do the acid bath one, and I'm kind of torn. So maybe we should, for that chat comment, I'm gonna do the acid bath one. This won't do you all any justice. You have to go on YouTube, watch the motion cat, watch the YouTube videos. But here's a treat of what there is in this game. So let me find this one. With Corroder. I do believe I want to say.
Also, I want to point out that if we get $700, we will get to 53K. So we could do a bonus celebration.
That would be so swag. That would be so cash money, like literally.
Cash money, so swag, so epic, so based.
All right, is everyone ready? I believe this is the right one. All right, so 3, 2, 1, play.
I'm like trying not to laugh already. Sorry.
Are you here, Albert?
Mother, what are you doing? I told you you shouldn't wander around outside by yourself.
I came to tell you that dinner's ready. And I told you that you don't need to be worried about me. Your old mother may have dicky eyes, but she's not on her last legs yet. You just concentrate on your work. Anyway, what is it you're making this time? Some new toy that'll have the local kids agog, I bet.
Actually, I've been busy making this.
Albert, what's this?
Winter's coming, and I don't want you catching cold, wandering around outside. I've been making this in my spare time.
It's lovely.
Oh, this
So
is
warm
the...
and soft.
I'm so sorry.
Did we pick the wrong
More
one?
time. More time.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I was
We
looking
saw
through
a
it.
I was
very
wondering
lovely.
when the acid bath would happen. I'm like, oh no, Grandma.
Yeah.
It's a very sweet.
No, that was me.
We are almost at $600 to go. Oh, we are at $550 to go. Chat.
Oh my goodness, Gabe.
Oh my goodness. We are, $500 to go. Chat, we are at the races. We are racing horses. We are going to get in that acid bath. And if you can get that $500 before the acid bath happens, before grandma falls in, I don't know what was going to happen there. We can watch
racing horses.
all of them.
We're racing horses, but ethical.
Yeah, but like ethically. And they're so
Yeah.
nice. And it is very princess horses. $479 to go.
Got to. I've been waiting for you, waiting. Albert, is that you?
Oh my gosh. I thought that was the right one.
Oh,
Do we have time for like one more chance?
No, it was the because I'm looking at the YouTube video that you sent me. I went back to
Yeah.
it, and it was the one where he gives her the shawl.
we have 344 to go. Chat, we are 91% of the way there. Come on.
This
like
one where I was
Seabiscuit.
at?
Let's see. Yeah, it was the first one that you played.
294. Chat. I can
All right.
feel everything in this chat tonight.
It
Then
was,
I'm gonna. This one did.
yes.
Albert, are you here, Albert?
Mother, what are you doing? I told you you shouldn't wander around.
Less than 300, chat. Come on.
I came to tell you that dinner's ready. And I told you that you don't need to be worried about me. Your old mother may have dicky eyes, but she's not.
Less than 100, less than 200. We have $169 to go. Chat, come on, please. Let's make it happen.
Anyway, what is it you're making this time? Some new toy that'll have the local kids agog, I bet.
Actually, I've been busy making this.
Albert, what's this?
Winter's coming, and I don't want you catching cold.
Less than 125.
Around outside. I've been making this in my spare time. How is it? Warm enough?
We're so close.
It's lovely. So warm and soft. Thank you. Thank you so much.
That's enough playing happy families. You make me sick.
Under 9 to go. Chat, come on. $89 to go. Chat.
You like the acid bath? May you both be blinded and search for each
But like, how did he get that in there? Like without them like noticing?
Want to join them? I'll give you the acids now.
All right, so
Baby,
we got to
let's
say
dump-
that twice.
Baby, let's dump the Gatorade because we just hit the full cutscene incentive. We raced all the horses. We made it happen. I cannot thank all of you enough for your generosity to the National Women's Law Center. Not only did we hit watching all of the cutscenes, but we are above $53,000 for the National Women's Law Center. I cannot believe your generosity. We are that much closer to the Signalis unlock the artifact ending cutscene. Wowie zowie. I love you guys, and I love this team. Linear, look at that PB. We did that for the PB. Peebs, your commentary is incredible, and let's watch these cutscenes together. Chat, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much, chat. I'm glad that we could get it in that short amount of time. I hope you enjoyed that cutscene because we have a few more for you. So thank you so much for meeting the incentive. So I'm going to start with the first one. This is the correct one. I know that for sure. So 3, 2, 1. Here is the first one.
Dennis, what are you doing here?
Pull me up! Hurry! Phew! I thought I was a goner for sure. Long time no see, Alyssa. I haven't seen you since we were in primary school together. It must be 3 years?
What do you think you're doing entering a lady's residence through a window?
I have to give you something. Here it is.
It's the key to my grandfather's room. Mother always had this key with her. What are you doing with it? You saw her? When and where?
Calm down, calm down. It was yesterday morning and your mother drove by in her car. Oh, and she said you might come back from boarding school and asked me to hand that key to you if she wasn't back in time.
She must have known I'd disobey her and come back here. She must have gone up to meet me. We just missed each other.
Hey, Alyssa, you've really changed since I last saw you.
I'm going to go and check my grandfather's room.
Hey!
Well, it looks like you've grown up too, Dennis.
Oh, come on. That was then and this is now. Wait a minute, would you?
Wait a minute, would you?
So that was the first cutscene that we scheduled when we got Dick's room key right away. So that was supposed to be the first time we met Dennis. So there's also like a really cool motion capture video on YouTube you can find because he used motion capture for these scenes and it's hilarious. So I recommend checking that out, as well as the other scenes, of course. So then we did the acid bath one. So the next one, through your generous donations that we unlocked, was when our house turns into the clock tower. There's not many words for this, so I'm just going to hit play. Enjoy.
Alicia, this is no longer your home. This is the dark realm where I rule. In 2 hours, the clock will strike midnight, and your 15th birthday will arrive. When that happens, you and I will become one, and together we will obtain eternal life.
My 15th birthday?
Are you looking forward to it? So am I, my dear. So am I. I can't wait. Soon we two will be united forever. Alyssa, you might have defeated 2 of our number, but your mother was killed by a subordinate long ago.
No! You're lying! She can't!
If you don't believe me, you can go to hell and see for yourself.
It's like it's the music that makes it.
That was a party. Was that Grandpa Dick?
Yes.
Yeah.
They never like explicitly say it, but it basically is.
Yeah.
Him.
It's Grandpa Dick fused with the soul of Lord Burroughs, creating the stink man, whatever his name is.
All right, so that was, of course, a very valid cutscene. Again, this is why I was so excited for you all to get the donations in, because you totally missed that, and that is absolute like cinematic gold right there. So I appreciate it. We have another one here. Sure. This one. Alright, that was a short one, so I'll play the next one because like I kind of consider it like one cutscene, but this one as well.
Dennis!
Oh, I messed that one up.
I'll save you, Dennis!
Okay, now let's see, because there was another one. Unfortunately, it didn't come up in the actual scene, but that's okay. So we can pick another one since that one was really short.
Oh yeah, that one. Isn't it?
Yeah, that one. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. They split it up differently on here. Here we go.
Lord Burroughs, my ancestor, hear me. I know of your pain and anger when you lost your beloved daughter Annabelle. Just before the ritual of engagement, my love for Alyssa led me to kill her father, Philip. Entity, was everything you're doing? Is it all because of you? Do you want me to resurrect Lord Burroughs after 400 years? To unite us and to enact the ritual of engagement with Alyssa's blood? Is that what you want? Do you truly want me to stab my dearest granddaughter in the chest? Well, that doesn't sound bad. Once the deed is done, I will be with Alyssa forever. Return to this earth, Lord Burroughs. Join with me, and we will complete the ritual of engagement. Enter my body, and let our flesh be fused.
I hate it when my grandpa turns into slime from Napoleon and just leaves a horse there.
Right? All right. So we pretty much had already seen this part before. So that was pretty much it of the cutscene showcase. Of course, like, this doesn't do the game justice. I highly recommend going to YouTube and checking out all the videos, or in fact, just giving this game a try. Like, we skipped so much, and this game is just so good. So, yeah, thank you so much for your donations to make this happen.
Thank you all so much.